How you doing, people? I'm back, and we're going to go over the profile Squonk mod. Okay, I've unpackaged these. I just did a short video before this to show you what I was going to come up with. I told you people that I'm going to bring you the most state-of-the-art, affordable mesh devices and mods that I think that are worth buying. This kit contains a profile Squonk mod, Squonk bottle pre-installed, Type-C charging cable, which is good. It's faster, a lot faster to charge your batteries. I wouldn't recommend ramming it into a USB port on one of these mods over and over and over again, because they're not really constructed for that to be done all the time. I take my batteries out and charge them. And it's got a user manual in it. So it's designed and manufactured by WOTOFO Profile next chip inside, which means it's going to fire extremely fast. It's made in China. I got in conjunction with Mr. Right One, and there it is. The box has in it, I set this up already as a so anyway, the box is there, and underneath is the manual. You pull the foamy out, and there you go. So here's the Squonk bottle to it. Okay, if you look at this thing, you'll kind of understand that it's pretty pushy. It's nice and solid, so it looks like it's going to last a long time. It's got some little markings on it. It says don't use any scissors to it, but you can't really see it in the chrome, but it's got a big X there. Don't use any scissors or anything like that to try to puncture it. So here's the device. I have a zig-free vape ply on it. Okay, RTA. Alright, I'm going to show you all sides of this. This is a fire button. Okay, up and down buttons are below. This is a black color. That's what I wanted. Okay, from the side you can see it. Fire button. 5 clicks to turn it on, just like most of these devices out there. Goes off in 12 seconds. I've got it set at 40 watts. There's the side. 510 up top. Then this. I'm going to do this once for you guys so you know. So in order to get this off of there, alright, you got to put your finger underneath and you pull the panel off. There's a little slot there. You pull the panel off. Got very strong magnets to it. So across that is the Squonk hole. It says profile WOTOFO. That's another one of the magnets sitting in there. Now Church of Vape, he sat there and said that was kind of ugly. They could have hid that somehow, but to me it looks pretty neat. Anyway, I put 2 batteries in it. Now how this thing works for a Squonk is that first of all you have to put a Squonk thing on there, like a profile or a profile 1.5 or the new profile PS, which I'm going to do a review on next. Okay, so anyway, what I did was, so I use a little thing to pull it out on the right side. Okay, so if you're holding it to you, the right side, all right, that's where the Squonk hole is. There's a hole in there, but it's also a battery terminal. Okay, so when you take that out, this Squonk thing, you just want to put it in there where the Squonk is on the outside. So when you put the cover back on, and what you do is you put it underneath the Squonk pin first. All right, and what it does is it just snaps in there just like a battery. You're ready to Squonk after you take it. Let's take it back out again. So it's got a cap on top of it, correct? I thought you guys would know that. And it's got the hose to fill it all the way up. Okay, stick it back on there. Make sure it's nice and snug. There's the Squonk hole there. You'll be squonking it with this inside the device. Take it and put it in this way. Put it in the Squonk hole first, and then snap it in there. Okay. So, and make sure you got it lined up, because you're going to put the plastic cover back on. And obviously this isn't a Squonk device, so there you go. So you're going to squonk it there. There's no juice in this right now, and I only have one battery. I don't even know if it'll work with the squonk bottle in there. Absolutely, if you just want to run one battery in here, you can keep the squonk bottle in there, but you can't squonk obviously up through an RTA. It's got to be a profile 1.5 or a profile, okay, in order to get it squonking, right? So anyway, I've got it in the dual mode. Remember, you go down the bottom here. No more battery doors in the bottom there to break on you. Take it off, because those magnets are pretty damn strong. Let me get this thing back out of there. I trapped the little cord in there. So now I've got it back out, right? But the hole's still there. For squonking, you don't have to change that pin or anything. Right, so you make sure you leave that little thing out so you can pull your thing out easier. So on this one, on this side, it clearly marks down on there how to put your two dual 18650s in here. Positive down on this one, negative down on this one. So one on the right's positive down. And when you put the batteries in there, put them in the same way I told you. Start at the top, get it underneath there, and then push it in the bottom. Okay, pull that thing over so it doesn't sit in your squonk thing, and the cover goes right back on, and you're ready to vape. I got this on 40 watts. Now the button's on the side. Okay, it's not out here where you can hold it in your hand, like when I made a topside LITE into just a mod one. You can hold this one in your hand, but this one you got your fingers all over the screen all the time. You're greasing up the screen. On this one you won't be doing that. You'll be up here like that, so your fingers will be off. You just drop your finger down. Okay. Now, I have the Zigbee Vape Fly on one of my videos. You can go back and look at it. It's outstanding. Well, anyway, there it goes. Super fast ramp up. Quality device. DOPOV stopped making the topside lights because they were ripping you people off with the duals and the single dual carbon fibers, where the doors are dropping out of them. In fact, they're selling the doors now to replace them because they know how bad it is. And then their other products are way overpriced. I wouldn't buy any of them. Now, if you have the money to buy them, fine. It's personal opinion. I wouldn't buy them. I'm not buying anything for $120 from DOPOV or $189 for their top-of-line DNA or their Clutch 18. I'm not paying that money for that. I paid $36 for the profile, which is going to be, it's exactly... it's just as superior as this DOPOV topside LITE in mod form as it is this for 36 bucks. Okay, so don't buy them. Don't buy from DOPOV. Half their stuff is a ripoff. It's too high to me, so I wouldn't do it. So anyway, I'm really enjoying this. Pretty, it's got marking on the bottom. There's no bottom door to break on you. The USB port is down there. It's a Class C, so it's gonna fire up pretty well. It's a pretty device. It's all black. I like the old black one. They got gunmetal and that one. Okay, other colors for you. And I'm really liking it. And I'm going to give this a 10 out of a 10. I mean, this is state of the art, people. For mesh, for a mod and a squonker at the same time. So. I mean, it really chucks. I mean, it goes. And fast. So, anyway, there's the profile mod squonker. Remember, you can just pop the bottle in it. Fill it up. Take the cap off, fill it up. Put it right up in there where you filled it up at. Just like a battery. Start squonking away. But make sure you have a squonk device up here in RDA. Okay, that you squonk. I really like it. WOTOFO did a good job on this. WOTOFO is just knocking them out of the ballpark with Mr. Right One. And Mr. Right One's the one who's done all this. He's the one that deserves all the credit for everything they do at WOTOFO with these things for mesh. By the way, the mesh, I'm going to do a video on mesh. I have mesh over there that they've got so many different types of mesh now for people, for different devices. It's incredibly insane. I have other videos back when they had 3 or 4 or 5. Now they have 8, 9, 10 different kinds of mesh. DAMVAPE's got their own, Siegfried's got their own, Xpromizer has their own, Profile has their own, VAPE has their own. It goes on and on. You can get off the wall vape meshes from China in different kinds of sizes and tightness and looseness and everything. It's just, there's so many meshes now that people are going to get confused. So you got to stick with whatever they're telling you to put in these things. So like this Siegfried Vape Vibe has a different kind of mesh than the next mesh, or WOTOFO mesh, or a VAPE mesh, or a Xpromizer mesh, or a DAMVAPE mesh. Okay. Usually with WOTOFO, when they do their profiles, they all match except for the 1.5 is a little larger. Now, the new one that's coming out that I'm going to do my next video on, the Profile PS, and I've opened it up. I showed it wrapped up before. Okay, the Profile PS. Let's see if I can get there. It's called the Profile PS. Okay. The dual platform, dual ceramic block side by side, 22.5 millimeter wide monster of a squonker or a dripper. Okay, you can drip this thing instead of, you know, you got 2 squonk pins you can put in there. You can make it single or dual. Alright, so I'm going to do the video on that next. But as for this, the Profile mod, Squonk mod, it's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding, people. Outstanding device. Hit my subscribe button. I don't get paid for any of these videos. I do this because you guys seem to like them, and you comment on them, and be nice in the comments, and I'll be nice to you. I mean, I don't know it all. I don't know everything there is to know. I strictly do mesh now, period. Okay, so every device I have has a mesh. That's a DAMVAPE X mesh RTA. That's a 1.5 profile RDA mesh RTDA from WOTOFO, by the way. Pineapple twist, people. Oh yeah. The Siegfried mesh. The 6 stainless steel rod Xpromizer. Sitting on a TPL Squonk mod, by the way. Push. You can use this as a mod and a squonker too. A long time ago, TBL from Revenant, TBL made this. You can use this as a squonker and a mod too, and it's seriously, this is almost 3 years old and it's still kicking ass. So, but I don't squonk. There's no squonk bottle in it right now. Or the squonk bottle is in it, but it's empty. But I'm using it as a mod. And then a VAPE Colin M on a smock species. Looks really good on there. You can get these really cheap too right now, smock species. So anyway, there it is. 2 batteries in it with a squonk bottle out of it. I could have put this in for you guys, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just unscrew the top, fill it up, put it in like the battery, start squonking up through an ATA. Make sure you got an open pin that goes in there. So I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to do the PS Profile. I'm excited about this one, people. I'm going to build this thing and show you how to do it. It's real easy to build. It's just like a Profile 1.5 or an RTA. The cotton's going to be half of what you put in those, and we're going to fire that thing up. It's a massive beast. Okay, you guys all have a good day. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween coming up. And when I get the other one video out, it'll be a day or two. I'll release it onto the net. Grandpa Vapors on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys.